Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News. I've had an epiphany. I finally get it. I finally get why people just take drugs all the time, every day. They don't want to hit reality. Do you blame them? Bitcoin back to $97,000. We are tumbling. Now, you're looking at Bitcoin's price. You're like, hey, I didn't see a tumble. Yes, my friends. The tumbling is not in the Bitcoin. The tumbling is in the altcoins. Others, BTC, comes back down. Man, look, it's further disconnecting from the other fractals as well. I know it is sad. What can you do? I mean, I don't even know where to start, friends. We've now we've got a new JPEG shitcoin casino launched by Richard Hart on PulseChain. There's so many mixed feelings from the community out here. There's a lot of things that we're going to go through. Trump's tariffs and stock market and all these other things going on. Let's begin. So Bitcoin, red emoji, $97,000 going on right now. ETH, BTC, Ethereum is the culprit of anything. So friends, if you're looking at any altcoin out there, outside of Solana pretty much, any altcoin, doesn't matter what it is, could be even Polkadot, it doesn't matter what it is, any altcoin, you are down because Ethereum is down. Okay, and how do we know this? Well, your friend Sommi's specialty, that's why highest value content in crypto. Share with your friends and family. I can show you the others ETH ratio. So this is basically all the altcoins. Look at this. All the altcoins outside of the top 10, they are following very closely Ethereum. Ethereum is the mothership. It's a representation of the mothership. It's the largest coin outside of Bitcoin with this chart. Okay, you see this chart? It's all about Ethereum. Ethereum is representation of that. And because it goes tightly over time, what does that mean? It means pretty much, look, by the way, this is like 8 years, man. This is literally 8 years. That means whatever Ethereum is doing, on average, at any period of time, Ethereum's weak, you're weak. Ethereum's strong, you're strong. And then how strong as well. So if this chart goes up to here, see that number represents 50%. If it goes up all the way up to here, that means whatever Ethereum does, your coin on average will have done 1.5 times whatever Ethereum did. So if Ethereum did a 2x in that period of time, you've done a 3, which is kind of what I'm expecting still for that alt season wave 1. If Ethereum goes to like $6,000, maybe altcoins are up on average 3. So we're still waiting for that though. Okay, so we basically pretty much hit an end of the road, friends. Don't worry, I've got a lot of content coming. So yes, we've hit the end of the road in terms of 2017 fractal is like the final cope of the 4-year cycle continuing to repeat as it has every time. But for some reason, just always repeat every time. This is like that final month. February, Ethereum's got to finish at $4,000 by the end of this month. If it doesn't, well, we just move on to the next level of cope. Catching each other with Pokeballs. And of course, having fun here, friends. We're going to have to cranking songs and dancing together. So what's actually the big news, friends? The big news is Donald Trump. So Donald Pump, he has engaged in tariff wars. And he made this like big tweet. And he's talking about tariffs all the times. He even mentioned the tariff lobby, headed by the globalist and always wrong Wall Street Journal, is working hard to justify countries like Canada, Mexico, and China, and too many others to name, to continue the decades of long rip-off of America. So, because markets are going down a bit, everyone's saying, you're a lunatic, you're a crazy lunatic, you're all stupid. But there's always, Prince, it's like fudding everything out here. So pretty much, if America wants to see change, he's putting up these taxes. Now there's like a war. Canadian dollars dropped. The US dollars strengthened a bit. So there's these teething problems, right? So you have to like move equipment, move warehouses, get policies set in. It's obviously there's like, there's kicking and slapping and choking in a very, very non-family friendly way. And that's this type of like this interim process. That's what happens. And a lot of people, like, they're looking at these things saying these things aren't going to work because when the tariffs are going to go up and the inflation's going to go up, and it's just whatever. It's outside of our control anyway, friends. I have to try something different. The status quo sucked, so people want to try something different. The pendulum swung. That's it. They go, you know what? I don't want guys walking around flashing their willies in public for like little kids to see. You know what I mean? Kind of like, can we swing the pendulum the other way? Let's just see what happens. That's what we're seeing, friends. There's a reflection of that. Like, hey, let's start taxing them. Let's see what happens. Like, friends, America's GDP was like 40 trillion. I think 27 to 40 trillion for their GDP. I think it's like 27 trillion. And Canada is like 2.7 trillion. So Canada's like 1/10 of America. Of course, like Canada needs America more than America needs Canada. Just to give you an example. Of course, I love everybody from Canada, but just showing you, friends, everybody gets caught up in these processes up here, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, you notice that there's always like, oh, candles red. Okay, who are we talking about today? Oh, it's Trump's and the tariff stuff. So yeah. But ultimately, friends, I'm gonna be honest, man. Yeah, man, you just keep getting kicked in the nuts, don't you? Don't you? I'm gonna show you. Okay, that others BTC chart. Oh my gosh, you better not flip red, you piece of crap. You better not flip red. You absolute piece of trash. You've never, ever done this before. That sucks. So if you go down here, friends, look at this. By this period last 4 years ago, we just started moving up. Elon Shield Dogecoin. And then if you go 4 years after that, we were going garbage. It's kind of funny. We had like this scare as well. Isn't that interesting? We had this scare week and then we still popped up. So you might say, Sommi, can this happen again? Look at this. Look, February was trash. And then literally in the last 10 days of February, we started zooming up. Here's the thing, friends. This move, this was Ethereum. Let me actually show you what Ethereum did during that period. Because a couple of you have been showing some large levels of racism, mind you. This is what ETH did back then. Okay, here's the end of Feb. Ethereum goes from 12 bucks. It does a 50% move. And this is days, man. 50% move in 6 days, in a week. Then it jeets down. And what happens in Mark H, otherwise known as March to some people, it does like a 3 freaking X immediately in like 2 weeks. Here you go, man. That's insane, dude. It comes back from 16 bucks. And then, oh my God, a week later, it's trading at 50 bucks. Whoa. In 8 days, there you go. 8 days, it goes from 16 bucks to 50 bucks. That's Ethereum. So that's why that others chart that we saw, that was like an extreme burst up. Like, yeah, okay, we're not 3xing in 8 days, guys. Like, just, you know, the liquidity, the money required, all this other. We're not 3xing in 8 days. I'd love to eat my words. We ain't 3xing in 8 days. So what does that really mean? It means like when we look at if we go back to the ratio chart, which I'll show you now. If you look at it, this is unrealistic. Like such a big, ferocious move up. This is huge. It goes from basically 2.2% to 7.7% immediately. That's a tripling of the percentage. That's obviously not happening. Like we're not going from 18 to 54 up here. We're not doing that percentage up here. Yeah, so friends, we've got to keep on believing, keep on holding. It's just dark garbage trash times, man. It is what it is, man. But look, trust me, friends, I don't sugarcoat anything, do I? Nothing. All right, you want the truth? You come here. It is really easy to point the finger at one thing. Oh, it's one guy, it's one coin. It is really easy because we need an outlet. You know what I mean? Friends, how many times I've told you, I've got to like kill somebody today. I've literally got to choke somebody out just to blame them for something. Like it's having fun. That's a human friends. We need to blame someone. We can't just consider it chance, right? But yes, the truth is though, like it's if you're gonna blame anything, just look, Ethereum's price is low, man. That's it. So whatever it is keeping Ethereum's price down, it's keeping all of us down, you know. But obviously people don't think that level. They think, no, Ethereum's a problem. It's a soy. It's a soy. I don't know, dude. It's third cycle curse Ethereum. We've got to live with it. Now, I'll get on to the elephant in the room as well. We have Richard Hart has launched PumpTires, a clone of PumpFun for PulseChain, alongside multiple poop tickers. He's got a coin here, most. Now, friends, I was not home all day. I was not home all day, had family commitments. I didn't participate in any of it. Okay, so it's not like I didn't make any coins or anything out here. I didn't participate in it. If you did, congratulations. I'm just gonna I know all the Solana stats, and you're not gonna like them, but you know them by now as well. So obviously, friends, we just gotta I've got more videos and stuff coming on. We're gonna go through more of it, but if you're wondering what is this thing? Okay, look, in crypto, a retailer's biggest fear is that you get the liquidity rugged. Yes. So if someone puts $100,000 in the liquidity pool, people trade, and then they're scared that, in a week from now, they pull the liquidity. And then it's basically gone and they dump it. Yeah. So what we started doing was we introduced locked liquidity. So a lot of tokens started locking their liquidity. So they make the token the ticker, they throw it to a dead address. And that's why on Dex Screener sometimes in like it would show you like in the top right or whatever, it would show you like, oh, the liquidity is locked. I think it would have like a little lock emoji somewhere, right? So it'll tell you, oh, okay, cool, the liquidity is locked. So it's thrown away, it's confirmed. So we've already done this. We actually did this in 2020. If you remember, yeah, so we actually did that in 20, that's a 2020 thing. They implemented that in 2021. But then what ended up happening is Solana season comes because, look friends, pretty much we got a lot of G kids, a lot of Generation Z, fast trading JPEG swappers, where basically they're very myopic in life, friends. These kids, they can't think longer than like 6 weeks of their life. So they're all here to trade and G. And they don't want to hold a coin for a cycle because their view is like everything's going to zero anyway, and we all know that. So we don't want to be holding this stuff for literally like longer than 6 days at all. We want to be in and out 6 minutes, 6 hours or whatever. So that cohort of people was attracted by Solana. Solana had Phantom Wallet, fast transactions, and you're going. Now, there was always that problem of rug liquidity, wasn't it? So PumpFun made a website where they go, hey, we're actually going to let anybody make any token. Yeah. Let anyone make any token, but it's what we call it a bonding curve. So you make the token and there's the supply of tokens is on the market in the shelf already. Yeah. And then when you buy, you grab a bit of the supply, and anybody out there can also grab a bit of the supply. And then when it reaches basically like the finishing point, where you call it what they call it, they basically migrate over. They call the migration over. It's like an upgrade. It's basically your Pokemon evolves. Your little JPEG evolves, and you get locked liquidity, and the process automatically takes the locked liquidity and it deploys it onto like Radium, their DEX, and then anybody can trade it. So initially, I saw this straight away. I'm like, not going to work for coins. You're still going to have a huge rate. But it didn't matter. See, kids coming in, friends, even though it doesn't work, eventually, you don't know how big the retailer mania is going to go. So obviously, a lot of retailers went in. Now everyone's lost all their money. But for the most part, all the people making the tokens and supplying, that's what ends up happening, right? People come in to have this false sense of security because they think, oh, this is the holy grail. Now I can make a coin and people can trust my coin because the liquidity is locked. It's literally impossible for people to rug the liquidity. Now, you already know how this story ends, right? And we'll play just some... Now, because there's this false sense of security, a lot of people started like getting into this stuff, and the win rate went down to 1% anyway. So that's the unfortunate reality. Because you turned token creation into something like email spam, right? You got the email spam. So because it's as cheap as sending an email, you get all your like, you know, your fake subscriptions, just trash literally everywhere, right? Which is very unfortunate. And that liquidity bonding mechanism, it didn't actually save anyone or anything, because have you been watching my channel, friends? Okay, the community is the asset. Okay, so, and I want to let you know something. So after PumpFun, everyone, they noticed, oh crap, only 1% of this stuff actually works. Everything's a freaking rug. People dump and leave anyway. They just keep making new stuff. They keep making new stuff, a new idea. They go, oh, this ticker's Batman symbol. Oh, there's a new Spider-Man movie coming out next week. Okay, when it gets released, okay, let's name a ticker Spider-Man. It's not even next week. It's like, okay, Selena Gomez is in the news today. I've got a ticker called Selena. And then like 6 hours later, there's a tornado in America. Oh, it's called like Tornado Katrina. And they're like, oh, Tornado Katrina is now my ticker name. That's the JPEG. And then 3 hours later, oh, Donald Trump farts. Oh, Donald Trump fart. That's my new ticker name. See, these like constant JPEG. That's why I call them, they're not meme coins. People call them memes. They're not memes, okay? If calling them a meme coin is appropriate, okay, then for you, calling a stripper dancing on the pole because she like waved at you, calling her your girlfriend. You see what I mean? Like you're a bit weird in the head. They're JPEG coins, okay? That's the term I've made because they're literally JPEG coins, okay? They're like NFT communities, but like super micro stuff. You know, like you see a picture out there. Oh, that's a nice picture. Anyway, moving on, right? So how long do you stare at like your wallpaper or anybody's wallpaper? Maybe like 5 seconds, and then you go look at another picture. That's what it is. So they're JPEG coins. So now you understand, right? The bonding mechanism didn't do anything. It gave people false sense of security. It's like, at least it's open, I guess. It's nice, but yeah. People abandoned anyway. So another experiment they did, what happened after that is, see, PumpFun was starting to get popular, and then people said, hey, there's a problem with rugging. Let's try a different mechanic. With the PumpFun migration, let's try it. So when you migrate, okay, you have to hold for the first like 30 days. And then the theory, see, remember friends, theory and reality, totally different many times, okay? So the theory was, game theory, if people have migrated and now they're locked in for the next, like, you know, whatever, how many days it was, like, you know, 7 days, 14, 30 days, they will shill the bags and the rest of the market will learn about the bags and then everything will accelerate up. That's what the theory was. What do you think happened? Nothing. People didn't shill. They dumped as soon as it was open. They just moved on to something else. They didn't care. So even if you force people, and by the way, we already know this with Hex. That's why I knew when they first started this whole tokenomic stuff, I knew I'm going, oh, not going to work. Why? Because Hex has long-term staking with his yield, didn't do shit for the price whatsoever. Like it's down as worse as down next to Luna. That's how bad it is after like 3.5, 4 years. So that game theory, it didn't actually work at all. So you learn even if you can't force value up, okay? You can't lock people up and the value goes up. You can't. You can get these like moments of spikes and deviations of volatility. You can't actually get the price to go up. There's only one way to get the price to go up. Long-term believers come in and take the supply off the market shelf and put it in their back pocket and they fold their arms and they go, I ain't selling even though I can click sell right now. See yous. Bye-bye. That's how you win. That's how Bitcoin goes up over time. Okay, that's literally it. It's a believe in something cycle. Now you know why. So now you understand all this context. Okay, that's why, friends, highest value content in crypto. That's why I make all these videos here for you. Man, I wish 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I wish there was content out here like what I'm doing here. Literally every single, friends, the highest value content. People couldn't explain these stories because, friends, a lot of people, like, even if they could explain a story, they're so scared of naming someone. So they're like, oh, let's just say somebody in the community made something else. I'm here. And I'll be like, dude, I'm not going to even tell us the ticker and the name. Screw this person, bro. Who cares about him, you know? So that's why I hope you appreciate all of this. I know you do. So what's happened now is Richard Hart has launched PumpTires. And the website's actually broken and down now. I can't actually access it. Here's a post from Duck Texologist. So this PumpTire, so that's why a lot of people are confused, friends, because they're looking at the logo. They're like, the logo doesn't look like Richard Hart level. Richard Hart wouldn't name. That's why a lot of people think it's fake. Because they're like, why would you use the word tires? Is it T-Y-R-E-S? No, it's T-I-R-E-S. It's like weird spelling, weird logo. Why would you do? That's why everyone is confused out here. And I've got something interesting we have to go through as well, friends. People are mixed feelings because in 2020, just to tell you, friends, I'm just waiting here for the truth, okay? Everyone on PulseChain, there's going to be some silver linings and stuff here and there. I'm like, we're praying to God that we're going to win. In 2020, Richard could see DeFi a year before even the season started. He made Hex in 2019. So just to show you how big it was. Right here, okay? So Richard had been thinking about Hex all of 2019 and it launches here, right? End of 2019. DeFi becomes peak narrative in August, okay? Now, I know it doesn't look like much on the chart, but friends, for you to be this early to a crypto narrative and get it, like you basically a year and a half early to DeFi, and then DeFi continued. So he front run the unicorn. DeFi was the unicorn winner invention, you know, Uniswap and stuff out here. Like he was really, really early to the mark. Like he was like the visionary, pretty much. It was like it was the first DeFi coin. That's why Hex did its amazing move, right? Or a big part of it. But now it's different. Okay, now it is different. Whether people say 5-dimensional tests, sit down, bro. Let's go through the facts. Okay, the facts are. But here's the thing, man. I don't have all the answers, man. The facts are, Solana PumpFun starts coming up here, and when Richard was normally a year and a half early, okay, a year and a half early. So old Richard would have been thinking about it now. He launches his thing here. You see this gap? So this is February. Yeah, so it would have been actually, it was exact timing here. So old Richard would have been thinking about this PumpFun thing here. Gets launched. Actually, if he was to launch it, it would have been launched here. It would have been launched early, actually. So this is, if he was doing the Hex repeat, he thinks about it here. He launches it here. This is PumpFun Mania. That's what it used to be. Instead, we get launched here. So PumpFun Mania has his peaking of stuff here, right? So that's pretty much, and then you even have as well, Donald Trump launches like a celebrity coin as well out here. So there's difference with the timing, yeah. But like I said, I told you, friends, to be on a coin, that's why a lot of people look. I know you. God bless you. A lot of you just fluked hex. You completely fluked this unicorn shot. You had Richard Hart, who was a visionary, who didn't rug his coin, and he was early to the right narrative, and that was the narrative of that season. So you literally caught lightning in a jar with someone's fart in the jar twice. That's like you hit a unicorn shot. Like I can't tell you how you hit like a double feature, 2 slaps in a row. That's what it was. And many people didn't appreciate that because now, see, then you get fooled by randomness. You know, I always tell you. So a lot of the people who, because they binked it like that, they were like anti-memes, you know? And then you have Tangang and everyone else out here poking everybody, saying, you guys are wrong. And also everyone else out here, right, part of the community, they're like, hey, you guys are wrong. This is the future. Look what else is happening. Look at all the adoption. And so all those people who like got into hex and stuff early, they're like denying it. And now it's bottlenecked. Now it's like a powder keg ready to blow. It's like pretty much it's blown up or something like now. So now they've realized, oh crap. I guess that's why for everyone, a lot of the Richard Hart traditional maxis, this is kind of funny because it's a religion now. They're the Orthodox Richard Hart people, which is funny. It's like they're really the Old Testament Richard. It's full on like Orthodox. You know, friends, like the different denominations out here of Christianity and stuff. Like Orthodox are meant to be like really, really strict, and like the old sacred texts. So these people are like, hey, up until Richard starts outrage marketing, skip the outrage marketing. We're just going to cover the early stuff. It's funny how this works out. And then we have everyone who's like more modernized and, oh man, it's kind of funny. There's different denominations of these things now because there's a tribe out here, man. It's got also these political spectrums of any country. Everybody lives in the country. You got the left wing or the right wing. So, it really is like a religion, man. So that's why everyone, look, what I've shown is that's why everyone's concerned. They're like, hey man, we were usually early, right? And that's why some people say, hey, it's 5-dimensional chess, but launching PumpTires, the 5-dimensional chess thing, everyone's like full on capitulated on that now, right? Because here's the thing, friends. When Richard, yeah, you gotta understand, man. When he was forecasting DeFi, and then we had this run here. When he was forecasting it as a visionary, yeah, that's why, friends, the market fools you, man. It's like everyone thought DeFi is real tech, and it's just gonna keep having a bid. It's the best financial system. What ended up happening though? Memes, gaming, NFT, JPEGs, and then meme coins have appeared in this cycle. DeFi still trash. You're like, what? But DeFi was meant to Aave and yield and staking. What the hell? See how everyone's confused, man? Everyone's confused. And like, what the hell? Memes have been running multiple times here, but the DeFi stuff hasn't. What on earth is going on? That's welcome to markets, man. They're tough. That's why a lot of the mid-curvers out here, man, it's tough, friends. We didn't know this. I still did ICOs. There's a lot of stuff that we did, like, man, we didn't even know how they're going to find a path to friendship. We don't know. You just don't know these things. But market can fool you, can't it? It'll fool you by randomness when it goes up. That's why, friends, I often say, buy low, sell high. You know, you can't think about it. Once you start thinking about it too much, you get trapped. But then if you thought about Bitcoin too much, you were the one who ended up holding it to $100,000 instead of jeeting it at $400. So who is somebody to say out here, I know, man, it's a tough game. So obviously, if you look at the core coins, our friends, I have to give them like another name. Now we have the Orthodox core coins because Rich has now launched tickers under, he actually mentioned tickers out here. So yeah, everything's gotten clobbered all because of Ethereum. Look at this, bang, 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 bang. So what we saw happen was it was the same thing that happened with Donald Trump's celebrity token, friends. Remember when Trump dropped his coin on the table and he said, look at it. Look at this big cigar. It was a black hole liquidity vortex. So everybody, they dumped all their coins. The Jeets dumped their coins quickly, the Jeeters, and they just quickly rushed into one thing. Yeah. And then now they're getting dumped on by Trump's team. You know, now it's down to $20. You see what I mean? So they all rushed in. Now they're just like, it's literally straight vertical down. Celebrity meme token. Celebrity token, okay? That's exactly what happened to PulseChain. There is a silver lining though, so I want to continue. PulseChain enters top 4 rank in the world by volume activity, despite being ghosted by all the major centralized exchanges. Look at this. Solana-based Ethereum PulseChain. We overtook Pui. So the volume on the exchange is actually pretty good. It's pretty juicy. But yeah, also it's a weekend and everything else was dead anyway. But it's pretty good, you know, celebrate every win. Look at that. But I've just refreshed now. Pui's back in front. But hey, friends, Pui have a lot of they got fake inventory arbitrage as well. Okay, look, it's not fake. I just use the word fake just so you understand. So you have 65 million for us. If you look at Pui, there are like probably 260 million. But yeah, friends, a lot of the volume on Pui as well. Yes, a lot of them hedge with their token, the Pui token, cross inventory arbitrage. This one's fake as well. Look at it. Market cap 500 million. But I don't know. Is this real? Maybe this is real actually. Deep book. Wow. Okay, I guess this thing went up. This thing must, wow, 10x. Deep book token. It's not shallow, friends. It's deep. Look at all these things. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, so look, it is what it is. Isn't it cool that we can still see this? We're like, hey, man, like we're meant to be a scam according to you guys. Kraken, I've got some bad news for them as well. So, yeah, they've been launching too many exit liquidity coins on all these exchanges, friends. Coinbase, Kraken, Binance. So, PumpTires and all these, that's where it is right now. Now, there's a fork, okay? And don't worry, got more content coming, like I mentioned, friends. Friends, there's a fork in the road now. Ethereum has layer 2 stuff. Garbage, governance, no one gives a crap. Okay? No one gives a crap. And because governance tokens are meant to represent the link to the real world of like stock market equity ownership, and no one gives a shit about that in crypto. Right? That's what Ethereum's stuck on. And then Richard Hart looks at Solana and he's like, oh, you guys made $500 million in fees that they just dump on anyway. And he's like, he's made his version out here. Now the fees go to burning Pulse, okay? So that's pretty much, that's the everything in a nutshell. Now he's looked at it, he's like, okay, I'm just going to deploy this or whatever. Now, there are some quirks we'll go through later on as well, friends. We'll just go through it now. I'm just telling you, dude, I've done this, friends. I'm here 18 hours a day, bro. If you bet on the Bitcoin halvening year technology in that season, 2012, 2016, 2020, if you bet on it, it doesn't carry into the post-Bitcoin halvening year bull run. It doesn't. There's a new interpretation of it that's like an upgrade. For example, DeFi was in 2020. Lucky I know all this for you, friends, by the way. God bless you. DeFi was big. So if you look at, let's go look at Bitcoin. I'll show you here. DeFi was big in 2020. Yes. So this is Chainlink, Aave, and everything out here. So I'll just quickly show you like Chainlink. You can see on the link ETH ratio, Chainlink peaks freaking August 2020. Yeah. In 2021, Chainlink was freaking, look at this. This is the bull market, by the way. Chainlink versus ETH clobbered. Scammed. Pretty much it was over. That's terrible, right? So that's it. See how it doesn't carry over? Pretty much happened to everything. Well, instead what came out were new DeFi coins. What we call the Ponzi DeFi. Hex continued. That's why if you, like friends, if you were in Hex, man, like you fluked it so much. You don't understand how much you fluked it. You have no idea what you did. Like Richard made this is how visionary Richard was. He made a DeFi 2.0 coin for the end of 2021 that you could buy in 2019 before DeFi 1 season happened. That's how visionary he was. So he made this. Okay, he made a DeFi 2.0 coin here. DeFi 2, this is Hex, yeah. DeFi 1.0 peaks here. DeFi 2.0 peaks here with Olympus down. And he made, look how, my gosh, dude, you couldn't even see that, yeah? You could not see that. That's why the Hex returns, friends, are unrealistic for PulseChain core coins. They're unrealistic. Because we did not get, we're like, bro, we're not 2.5 years ahead of the thing. We're just copy pasting of stuff out before, which is okay, but you know what I mean? Like it's a different game here. But yeah, now you see the difference. Friends, it doesn't mean like it's over, you know, because Bitcoin's got no tech, it goes up anyway, right? But it just tells you like, look at your expectations out here. So maybe the odds of winning are high-ish, but your reward payout, it's not what you expect. But you know that because the odds are high. Back when Richard did it, dude, the odds looked like 1%. And they pretty much were 1%. You never seen anything like it. It looked like it was, friends, Richard really is a unicorn. Every other founder would have rugged, okay? So you got, that's why you really, man, you got the 1% founder. So that was amazing. So you probably want to know, right, where are we going from here? I know all of this stuff is like, it looks really contextual and big, but look at this, dude. This is the weekly chart. See, we're still red on the weekly super trend. Isn't it interesting, man? We flip red on the weekly super trend. It's just like random bits of bad news appear. And you flip green, random bits of good news appear. So we're still red on the weekly super trend. If we get a good result from Judge Auntie Carol, we can 2x it and go up. Well, we're like really. We are behind, but Ethereum's behind, man. Like, you know, like we're linked to Ethereum, just like most of the crypto industry. Ethereum's, dude, like $2,900, friends. I also want to give a special shout out to BCB. I'd like to watch his video, what happens next, because I was like, dude, this was not part of your fractal. Yeah, friends, he had a fractal of XRP, but this part was meant to be XRP going up here. It was meant to go up like here, retest, and go up like that. He believed that the cycle was over in the next 60 days. Instead, so unless we continue up only, I mean, I'm curious what happens with XRP here. I wonder if it's going to be something like that as well. I wonder, and then it goes up. I don't know. But just I'm curious for someone in XRP Maxi, the fractal didn't go there. What's the next one? You know, have you noticed that's like you're playing this game. You're just like hoping and coping that something eventually just turns around. Also, I want to give a special shout out to myself because 1 year ago I made lottery ticket videos and I received a lot of snarky, very mean, poopy head comments from many people accusing too much degenerate, too many altcoins, pooping, scams, blah, 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 blah. And then like, what? It didn't hurt me, but like, what? It just made me think. I got accused. Some people, like, obviously, that they ran with it too much and people started making false prophecies. And they said, they falsely got this wrong, right? They said Sommi was going to make a coin and just rug the community. And I saw it. I'm like, dude, you got no idea, dude. You don't understand. Bitcoin's a meme coin, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they just don't understand it. Sadly, now it's been 12 months. Many of those people who accused me of making a coin have now made their own coin. Charts down. Yeah. I'm not going to use the R word. But if it was my coin, you'd call it a rug. You all would. You'd call it a rug, okay? If I'm not going to show any charts, tickers, who cares about it? I don't give a crap, okay? But if I had their charts on a coin I made, they'd say it's a rug. So I'm just going to use the honor and say, that looks like a rug to me. Now, it could come back and stuff. I'm just telling you right now, but fair's fair, okay? Also, there are Orthodox Richard, I can't believe I've got to use this word, Orthodox Richard Hart Maxis, launching tickers on PumpTires. So you got to understand this from everyone's perspective, guys. Like, we were early, but now because the founder says it's okay, you understand, like, we watched you all capitulate within 60 minutes. You understand this, friends. We literally, it was like for years, everyone was against it. Founder says it's okay. 60, we literally have timestamps. Like, we watched in real time. Okay. Richard does this literally within 60 minutes. Everyone's like, oh, well, I guess it's okay then. So what that also tells me is you guys are all wrong about EHEX and you guys are actually full of shit. It's got nothing to do with the staking, man. No one gives a shit about the staking on average. They didn't care about it anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, the EHEX, PHEX stuff, it's still alive, but not for the reasons that even those people would think. Okay, so this is EHEX. So because I remember this, friend, they say, well, it's down, it's done. But yeah, EHEX Pulse is still moving around. Yeah, it's interesting. All their talking points about everything has just been like diluted away, and yeah. But remember, man, I consider everyone, like my brothers, my sisters, my friends. We're in the friendship cult together. Yeah, so there's no venom here. I don't have nothing. I'm sharing this experience here for you to show you like what I've gone through for the past 12 months. So that's how it started. It started as like, but that's okay, contrarian. Hey, it's part of the game, right? When you're contrarian, this is stuff. If you're early, people think you're an absolute psychopath. When you're early events, conspiracy theories, okay? Everything. If you're early, people don't see it because they don't spend all their time looking at it. It's just like one of those things, right? You know, look at RFK saying red dye causes cancer. Now, 30 years later, oh golly gee, friends, I learned yesterday the cosmetics industry, they discovered themselves that red dye causes cancer 30 years ago, and they removed it from like lipstick, but they were still putting it in the food. And all these Neil deGrasse Tyson, all these science cucks were saying, no, there is no evidence scientifically to tell you. There is no evidence. But just shut up, bro. You don't know anything. So yeah, when you're early, you're caught in a nutcase. That's just part of the game. Yeah, and some people, they can't handle it because of the public pressure. I'm wearing a panda hat, man. I make UFO videos, and I'm convicted as ever. So I don't give a crap what, like, you know, someone else who's never put food on my table, who's been consistently wrong, what they care about, okay? That's the attitude you got to have in this game, especially markets. So everybody's still digesting what does this mean for the chain and everything out here. But look, so you can't have it both ways. Now, I guess the narrative is like, oh, but Richard's late now. Come on, bro, but at least he did something. You know what I mean? Like, at least that. It's just that maybe it's not your type of package. Friends, it's not my type of package. Do you think Richard woke up one day and he's like, wow, God, I'm so proud of the crypto industry. You're just making JPEG coins every 5 seconds. Probably as disgusted as everything else. But look, here's the silver lining. The silver lining is, one, we got high volume. But two, this is actually the most silver lining. So I don't speak for Richard, but I'll just tell you this, okay? The silver lining is Richard probably looked at this chart and he says, oh, we will be up in the next 12 months. Expectations. Just like Ethereum. Ethereum goes up, we go up. Okay. And he probably said, he's probably looked at the chains and goes, oh, I've noticed on every chain, when they go up, there's this like cohort of cabal degenerates that just keep minting new coins there. Solana, Ethereum, Pui, Tron. And he said, well, how about, while it's quiet, I make a shitcoin casino JPEG website that burns 1% of the pulse, at least it kind of helps it, and it just gives them the platform to come and do it. So people don't get rugged. It supports the pulse price. It's got the 1% burning, and it provides an open home in case there is Solana meme coiners and, JPEGers who want to bridge and move around. At least the door's open there. And he hinted this, friends. How I know I'm on the right path is because Richard, he made a post, which you can't find now, but he did make a post saying, Ethereum guys, like you guys, your layer 2 thing's not working. Okay, I think I'll find it. I'll try to find it. So I've got Richard's Twitter here. Click like if you wish the prices to go up for your friends read. So if you go through here, here you go. So he posted this immediately after making the PumpTires. Vitalik, the layer 2 experiment has run long enough. Look at the chart. Bitcoin has been making all-time highs while Ethereum has not. Making risky L2 centralized sequences rich has cancelled out all of the good burning EIP did. It's time some of that value come home. Okay, so that's what everyone's calling. They're calling Vitalik. It's a different game now, bro. It's not, hey, everybody's going to come to my coin. Doesn't matter what policy I have out here. No, there's more competition and stuff out here. So just giving you an idea, friends, he's looking at like, hey, your layer 2 stuff is it's not working. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but also like, it's easy, friends, to look at stuff and go, oh, we're not wealthy yet. So therefore, then you explain everything away. Just imagine your parents come up to you and they said, hey, do you have a net worth of $4 million yet? No, you don't. And they'll say, okay, this is why. You're spending too much time on social media. You're pretty much a cuck. You don't train hard enough. You're not working hard enough. You're sleeping 8 hours. You should be sleeping 5.5. I don't give a crap. You know what I mean? Imagine your parents just come and start saying to you, that's why you're not poor. That's why you're not rich. That's why you're not making it. You'd be like, hey man, what gives? What's going on here? Well, it's the same attitude when it comes to altcoins and stuff out here. There is something though as well. Richard could have made PulseChain a layer 2 and made it Pulse the governance token. He could have. But he chose the layer 1 chain, you know? So it's not like all hope is lost or anything. This is just, it's not like it's a wrong move or anything per se. It's just like you're feeling uncomfortable because it's a bit late. But yeah, look, look, I don't care, Richard, if you're listening, in 2020, the DeFi tokens were absolutely garbage in 2021. People evolved the 2020 stuff. It wasn't a real evolution though. It was just Ponzi evolution. So if PumpFun is kind of the way there, I wonder if this year, when we evolve, it's like an upgrade of the PumpFun. But it's not really an upgrade. It just, people think it's an upgrade, and we have like seasons of it. Just like Olympus DAO. Remember Olympus DAO and Hex, they were giving like, oh, he's 1,000% APY and Time Wonderland. You know what I mean? They're just giving the high APY DeFi stuff, where it's just coming from minting and stuff around. I wonder if someone finds a way to put a gamification on PumpFun and do that. I don't know what it's going to be, Vince, because the thing is, PumpFun, they've turned altcoins into email spam. And look, it was inevitable, but yeah, the community's the asset, friends. Like, I'll tell you right now, dude, if you don't understand this, you're not going to make it. Because here's the thing. You might even say from your position, you go, Sommi, I don't get the vibe that you want to be changing your JPEG ticker selection suite every 15 minutes. I'm like, yeah, because it's like, it's not me and I can't be bothered. And this you changing every 15 minutes. So the stuff we believe in is the stuff we believe in. You know, they have time, they have age, they've gotten rid of people. So, you know, that's gotten rid of in terms of like cheats and weak hands. So that's another way to think about it. Also, I know like coins have been going, like the ones that Richard released, there's this like euphoria rush, but firstly, there's 1% win rate on them eventually. Remember, the first day is easy because there's not many coins to choose from. Okay, there's 1% win rate. Secondly, and you better listen to this, I can't think. Oh, but by the way, the bridge stats are in. No one knew bridged in. So all we did was we just diluted everybody even more. Okay, I know. Sorry, this is the truth. Like, I'm not gonna lie. No, we didn't bridge anybody new in. We just diluted everything. That's why the core coins drop. And what people have done is they basically suck away value from the core coins and they allocate into Richard's meme coin. Now, one of his meme coins. That's what happens here. So the pie didn't get bigger. There's just somebody new sat at the table, and then you've got to, instead of everybody getting 8 slices, now you've got to split it up into 10 slices. That's what pretty much happened, right? Because now there's more like mind share allocation to Richard Hart units. But then that's why a lot of people are like a bit critical, okay, because they're saying, well, you're not kind of streaming to bring new people in. It's kind of like just sitting around. But then, friends, it's really hard. Like, even if you did stream, dude, Ethereum $2,900. Ethereum is literally $2,900. Donald Trump bought $300 million of ETH. It's still not making the price go up. Just telling you. So I don't think Richard's streaming is going to change anything much if he was doing it already. But yeah, so this is a critical statement. I can't think of a worse cohort of people to hold the JPEG coins with than the people who sold Richard Hart coins to go jump into them now. Because these people are truly non-believers. They believe so little in memes that they literally needed Richard Hart to make a freaking casino. Even though we have PDI, where he owns 55% of the coins. The on-chain evidence is there. Very, very high odds. Even though we have this on-chain evidence, okay, the fact that he just didn't speak out of his mouth, they're like, I don't care. I want Big Daddy Leader to tell me it's okay. They still wouldn't jump in. So be careful about holding any of these. By the way, dude, it's 1% win rate, honestly. Like, you're swimming with sharks, dude. You know you are. And it's not even sharks. It's like, we're just floppy arm jellyfish. You know what I mean? There's no one new coming in here, but it is what it is, man. You understand these are extremely risky. 90% call, 10% lottery. You get it now. If you want to know about Solana stuff, no one holds this stuff. They're literally, and I'm not joking. I'm gonna make sure the whole crypto industry, when I'm done, they're gonna adopt Sommi's name for that. They're called JPEG coins. Okay, they ain't meme coins, brother. Meme coins, they seem like they're deep in the risk curve. JPEG coins are a step deeper in the risk curve even more. Okay, your win rate goes down from 30% to 50% on the meme coins. It goes down to like 1%. That's how far you go down here. I still love and appreciate you, friends. It really is the end of the road for the crypto cycle fractal point. Even though Bitcoin and everything's following, it's just, yeah, it is in the road. However, man, I mean, like, man, this is, what the hell? This better go up, bro. Hey. But, I know this is a 2-week chart. This is a 2-week chart. In 2017, look at this. Here is the, let me actually show you. Here we go. That's actually, there we go, friends. There we go. Okay. In 2017, oh, man. See, in 2017, we were still pooping until end of Feb. But yeah, but what happens if we're not moving by the end of Feb? We've got to be $4,000 by the end. That's a 30% average move price. I'm just going to keep holding, friends. Look, I know this sounds silly and stupid, naive, bull. I've heard it all before, bro. I'm just telling you now. You'll never forgive yourself if you're cheating the low, bro. Because I've literally said that it's a believe in something cycle. Yeah. Send it to 0. I don't care at this point. I don't care. You've sent it down for 5 years. I don't give one flying, walking, or crawling truck. Send it to 0. But our friendship is going to the moon. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Catch you soon.